their response to high gas prices. Yeah, and Kane brings up a really good point because she said you can't say it's about the war. But Biden says it's about the war. So Biden's out there telling you, oh, it's the war with Putin. It's Putin's price hike. Karine Jean-Pierre is out there going, well, it really doesn't have any. It's because they're greedy. They really messed that one up. Are they trying to actually revise that in real time? Guys, we should have actually just been saying that they're greedy. So now it's because, their people aren't patriots. That's why. So you're going to try to shame people? So wait, let me get this. The new measurement of who is or who isn't a patriot is by whether or not you're willing to work for free and provide your services and goods for free. That sounds pretty Marxy. I don't mean Richard Marx, the failed singer with the horrible mullet. I mean, and I do say, you know why? Because I don't like him and I think he's failed and I'm going to say it. And he's mean to conservatives on Twitter. No, I mean like Karl Marx. It's a shame that they're not related. Who knows? They might be. I heard that Karl Marx was kind of a hoe. So maybe he is. Maybe they are. Anyway, so that doesn't make sense. None of that doesn't make sense. But she at least Jen Psaki, and I don't know if they give you the binder because I know other people put it together. They put a binder together. They put all your stuff in there. They hand it to you. Apparently, they don't do that for Karine Jean-Pierre. And I think that Jen, I don't know. She seems to have an overall friendlier demeanor, whereas Jen Psaki seemed a little caustic. But Karine Jean-Pierre also sounds like bad AI when she talks. Whereas Jen Psaki you could see when she would go out there, and I'm not praising her. I'm just saying that I feel like in terms of capability, it was sort of a downgrade. And I actually thought I was going to like her better. But to be fair, I was judging it based on like the one or two times that she actually went out and said anything. Yeah, it's just, it's weird. The whole thing is weird. If you're a patriot, then you'll lower gas prices. It's really not, the war. This is what she said, audio soundbite 9. She's saying that it's really not the war. It's the oil companies. See, they're trying to do a shift because nobody believes in the Putin price hike. So this is their new narrative. Listen to this.
As we've talked about, there's war happening right now in Ukraine that was caused by Russia, which is why we're seeing these hikes in gas prices, especially since Russia has started amassing troops on the border. We've seen a $2 increase of gas prices. So we know where to put the blame on the war.
From the troops at the border.
Oil companies, they have oil refineries, they have responsibility too. What they have been doing is taking advantage of the war.
How? How are they taking advantage of the war? Them taking advantage of the war only makes sense if they're allowed to actually be the main providers of energy here, with oil and LNG. And instead of relying on the White House relying on Russia. Yeah, if anything, it's Democrats that are trying to take advantage of this. That's how I see it.
They're literally trying to blame everything we're seeing in the economy, from energy prices to food prices to everything, on the war. They are the ones that are taking advantage of the war.
You know what? I cut my finger opening a box. Well, just like the top of my knuckle that I got. Putin. Putin did that. Damn you, Putin. I don't even like him. I don't even want to be in any way seeming that I am not in total hatred of him, right? But at the same time, this is so stupid. We aren't the ones who said, yeah, go ahead and greenlight their gas line. Yeah, go ahead. We aren't the ones who said, no, go ahead and keep getting that crude from Russia. Go ahead and get a little more, too, while you're at it. Hey, and make sure that all of our allies that formed that little club that we call NATO completely formed against Russia. That's the whole reason that they were created. Let's go ahead and make sure that they are reliant upon Russia for all of their energy needs. We weren't the ones who were doing that. That was this administration. This administration decides to drag out the process of permitting and leasing for drilling, litigate those who have gotten to a certain point, He signed an EO his first month in office, limiting and restricting and stopping any additional offshore drilling. They weren't issuing new leases for mineral rights on public lands. And then he has the audacity to turn around and point the fingers at the very people that he restricted. Well, it's because you're greedy. No, it's because you're a moron. That's why. And no, it's not mean, and it's not lowbrow to say that. It is what it is. It's lowbrow that we have to deal with this here in 2022. We're the United States of blanking America, for crying out loud. We should not be running out of tampons. We should not be dealing with baby formula shortages. And we sure as hell should not be relying upon someone that's a geopolitical foe to fuel our country. It's asinine. Now we got Biden shuffling off as best he can, hat in hand, to the king of Saudi Arabia to beg them, be our emissary, please, for OPEC. Can I have some more oil, sir? Yeah, the Russian ruble, as Kane points out, is worth more now than it was before all of this started. What is with this? Well, when the troops, again, bad AI, when the troops amassed on the border, the gas went up $2. What? But they sanctioned Putin. Oh, really? They sanctioned Putin? How did they sanction Putin? That was devastating. They put the sanctions on him. That's not how that works. They actually didn't. And Europe, by the way, didn't really either. They just said, no, we can't have the optics of your ships, your tankers dropping off crude at our ports. But go ahead and keep that coming from the pipelines that are buried underground that nobody can see.